everyone, we are from Group 6. Today we will present about the ABC application in manufacturing industry.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Good day, everyone. My name is Nurul Aida binti Muhammad Rabi. My matric number is 300709. So today I'm going to explain about the activity-based costing, which is ABC, and how it's used in the manufacturing industry, especially compared to traditional costing. In any factory, there's a lot of overhead costs. For example, machine setups, inspections, and moving materials. So these costs aren't directly tied to just one product. So we need a way to spread them across all products. So ABC is a way for manufacturing companies to find out the real cost of making each product. ABC looks at all activities needed to make a product, like setting up machines, checking for defects or moving materials, and it calculates how much each product actually used these activities. So traditionally, companies use a simple way. So they pick one thing. For example, they pick a direct labor hours, and they assume another overhead cost is same like the direct labor hours, and they use it to divide the overhead cost among all products. So this method assumes that all products use the same amount of resources, which is often not true. So this is not accurate. So let's say a factory makes two products. One is simple and fast to make. The other one is complex, needs more machine setup or more inspection and more handling. So using traditional costing, both products might get a similar overhead cost just because they took the same labor time. So, but this is unfair, because the complex product should clearly cost more to produce because it is complex to produce. And this is inaccurate and this is unfair. ABC looks at the actual activities involved, like how many times the machine is set up, how many inspections are done, or how many times materials are moved, and assigns cost based on how much of each activity the product really used. So in traditional costing, one factor only, like labor hours, and one overhead rate for all. But in ABC costing, they have many activities, and they separate costs for each activities, so more accurate product costing. So ABC gives a much clearer picture of the real cost, especially when a company produces many different type of products. So in short, traditional costing is simple but can be inaccurate, and ABC is more detailed and accurate. So they help manufacturers set better prices and improve their operations. So let's talk about the purpose of applying activity-based costing, which is ABC, in manufacturing industry. So in manufacturing, overhead costs like machine setups, inspections, and material movement are a big part of total cost. Traditional costing spread this cost using just one factor. But this doesn't work well when we have different types of product that use resources in different ways. So the purpose of applying ABC is to fix this. ABC helps manufacturers assign overhead costs more accurately based on real activities, understand the true cost of each product, especially when products vary in complexity, improve pricing decisions by showing which products are more expensive to make, avoid cost distortion where simple products are overcost and complex ones are undercost, and most importantly, make better management decisions about which products to focus on or how to improve efficiency. So the ABC application in manufacturing is not just about better costing. It's about smarter production, smarter pricing, and smarter planning.
Now I will present state of ABC in manufacturing industry. We begin with identifying and defining the core warehouse activity. Think of tasks like receiving goods, storing inventory, order picking, packing, and shipping. While listed, we group similar activity into what we call activity pool. This group helps streamline our costing effort and pinpoint where time and resources are being spent. For the next one is we trace direct costs to these activities. For example, electricity used to cool the storage area is directly linked to the task storage activity pool. The aim is to match costs with specific tasks, creating a more transparent view of warehouse expenses. Now we look at indirect costs, those that cannot be directly traced. These include administrative support or shared facility expenses. We assign them to activity pool using logical base. such as labor hour or transaction count. This still ensure our overhead are distributed accurately before moving on to the activities rate. Apart from that is calculate activity rate. With the total cost assigned, we calculate the cost per unit of activity. The formula is straightforward. Total cost of the activity pool divided by the total unit of the activity driver. For instance, if storage inventory costs are at 100,000 ringgit and involve 10,000 pallet day, the activity rate is Rm 10 ringgit per pallet day. This gives us precise cost of a unit in sign. For the assigned cost to cost object, we can apply this rate to cost object like customer order or product line. By doing so, we can understand how much each product or service actually costs based on the activities it consumes. These reviews which offering are truly profitable and which might be costing more than they bring in. Finally, we combine this refined data into management report. This report help identify inefficient, highlight opportunities for saving, and guide pricing or resource allocation decision. This result is proactive planning and ongoing improvement in warehousing operation.
My name is Chong Chui En, rating number 299253. Now I will talk about the benefits of FBC application in the manufacturing industry. One of the benefits of FBC application in the manufacturing industry is to improve costing accuracy. It can get closer to the true cost and true profitability of individual project and service. It also understands better the cost and return on investment from project or other initiative. FBC get closer to true cost in this area by turning many costs that traditional cost accounting treat as indirect costs essentially into direct costs. Next, FBC enhance the top line and the bottom line the same line. It allows the company to set competitive pricing. FBC provide data what constitutes the minimum cost for a particular job. Therefore, it allows company to provide baseline setting for the price. Company can go into a bid price that is low enough to win the contract and yet exceed the contract FBC cost. FBC also provide valuable business intelligence. The information produced by FBC improve operational, tactical, and strategic decisions and enhancing company cost control. It is a strategic tool which allows company to achieve competitive advantages. It enables the company to recognize the factors that influence cost dynamic in both the short and long term. The need for FBC in strategic cost management in this competitive environment has never been greater. Next, FBC allows company to review its product for price adjustment. In some cases, FBC may reveal the opportunity to reduce costs via better product design and continue process improvement. The customer will be benefit from it. The rate of customer retention will increase and company will improve its competitive positions. Now, I will present the factor of FBC application in manufacturing industry. Organizational support is one of the factors of FBC application in the manufacturing industry. Organization support related to the support received from management and the non-accounting department. Copper 1992 conclude that based on their study of 8 implementation, top management support sponsorship was a key success determinant. Anderson in 1995 found that the FBC system should reside in manufacturing, not in accounting. She also found that knowledge of the production process is very important in FBC success. Another factor is cost control. Overhead are made more visible through polling by activity and their underlying costs, to the extent it is reflected in their cost driver. In addition, budget and responsibility accounting can also be conveniently incorporated within the FBC framework. Last factor is cost distortion due to inaccurate overhead allocation. Traditional systems use volume-based drivers such as direct labor hours and machine hours, which do not reflect actual overhead consumed. As a result, some products end up being overcost while others undercost, leading to a poor pricing strategy and misinformed decision-making. FBC assigns overhead costs based on actual activity each product requires. This can improve cost accuracy, especially in device and complex manufacturing environment.
Hello everyone, my name is Wan Fatini. Today I'll be talking about how real-life example of how activity-based costing is used in the manufacturing industry. The company I will focus on is Caterpillar, a well-known company that makes large construction and mining machines such as bulldozers and engines. Caterpillar is based in United States and is one of the largest equipment manufacturers in the world because they produce many different and complex products, so they need a good system to track their costs. Traditional costing method will not give them accurate information. That's why Caterpillar decided to use ABC. ABC helps the company understand the true cost of each machine. It does this by looking at all the activities involved in making the products like testing, design, support and logistics, and then connects those costs to the products. This gives Caterpillar a better view of how much each product really costs to make. With ABC, Caterpillar can know the actual cost of every product. Next, identify which machines are the most profitable, remove wasteful or unnecessary steps in production, and make better pricing decisions. For example, if one machine needs more testing and custom design, ABC makes sure those extra costs are added to that product, not just spread across all products equally. ABC also help them set better price when they know the exact cost of making something. They can price it in a way that still give them a good profit. It also helps them become more efficient by cutting down on steps that don't add value. So in conclusion, ABC is very useful for manufacturing company like Caterpillar, especially when they make a wide variety of complex products. It helps them manage their costs, improve their efficiency, and stay competitive in tough markets. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good day to everyone. My name is Nur Aimin Aja and my metric number is 295218. Next, I will present to you about the challenges that many manufacturing company faces when trying to implement the activity-based costing or known as ABC. First, let's begin with the most common issue, which is lack of information and understanding. Many companies struggle to implement ABC simply because they don't fully understand how is it work. Without proper training or internal knowledge, the system cannot be applied effectively. In fact, companies that fail to adopt ABC often pointed to the poor understanding as the main reason for the failure. This issue lead to the misapplication, racism from the staff, and missed opportunity for the cost improvement. Second is the high initial cost. Another significant challenge is the cost of implementation. Introducing ABC often requires investing in a new system, hiring consultant, and allocating the internal resources, especially from the IT department. These upfront costs can be quite high, making it a difficult decision, particularly for the small and medium-sized manufacturers that are already operating in the tight margin. The third one is outdated technology and skill. A large number of firms still rely on the manual processes or outdated systems which aren't compatible with ABC. In these cases, the existing infrastructure simply cannot support the detailed activity tracking that ABC requires. Without modern tools or right technical capability, implementing the system become inefficient and in most cases it's impossible. The next one is complexity and time consumption. Unlike traditional costing method, ABC is more detailed and require a deeper level of tracking and analysis. This can be overwhelmed for a team that aren't fully prepared, or it often takes longer to set up and maintain. While the benefit of ABC are well recognized, the system complexity continue to discourage many organizations from moving forward with the implementation. And the last one is environmental uncertainty and product diversity. Finally, external factor also play a role in industry with the high product diversity and rapidly changing market condition. ABC can be harder to maintain. The need to constantly update the data to reflect a new product, customer demand or market shift create additional pressure and reduce the system long-term sustainability. In conclusion, manufacturing companies around the world are moving away from the traditional costing and start to adopting activity-based costing or ABC. This shift allows them to manage costs more accurately by focusing on the real business activity rather than general average. One of the key factors for the successful adoption is a strong support from the top management. ABC is not only help to reduce cost distortion, but also support a better strategic decision and a long-term business growth. This make it a valuable approach in today fast-paced and competitive manufacturing market.